Hey fellas, back at Cooper's Automotive YouTube channel, working on this 2000 Toyota Corolla 1.8 after I got it running and replaced the valve cover gasket on it. If any of you saw the previous video on that, it said I was missing a bolt. I wasn't. It was a stud up into the cover that goes over the top of it, but it's noisy and the belt's making, or excuse me, the water pump's making noise, a bearing's bad in it. So first thing you got, I'm going to change this water pump. Down here is a 19 millimeter serpentine belt tool, and you got to pull really hard on these. See me shaking? And release it. And now filling this. Let's see here. We'll set that off to the side now that we just got that off of that pulley. And just let the belt fall down. And you don't have to, but I'm going to do a few things here when I take this off. Obviously go grab my tool cart and pull it over here from the other job. But I'm going to remove the alternator. I know I hesitate on my words sometimes, but yeah, so I'm going to remove that alternator just to make it easier. And if you think I'm in a rush to do this job, you'd be wrong. Rarely do I get in a hurry anymore. All right, so disconnect your battery. Take your power cable off your alternator right there. It's 10 mil. Got that one. A couple bolts on your alternator, 12 millimeter, and usually on these it's a 14. Let's take a look here. And I'm going to just go with a 3/8, break them loose. Go back and grab my Milwaukee. After I do that, 1/4 inch, and just zing them on out of here. There we go. All right. Top alternator bolt, the 12's out of there. Going after the bottom 14. Book time on this job said 2.5 hours. I kind of doubt it. My alternator is sticking down in between the the bottom little ears where it goes through. So we'll wiggle it just like that. Lift it up. You got your regulator plug actually right here in the back. Excuse me, I'm blocking the camera. Anyway, little tab right there. Little push tab right there. Alternator holding the wiring harness in. And then let's see if we can get that big alternator plug out of there. Got the tab pushed down, she's not moving. Little persuasion with a screwdriver. Put our alternator right in there. Now you can see clear picture of that water pump. Zoom in a little tighter. All right, 10 millimeters all the way around. Now, let's grab some more tools here. Start with my 3/8 ratchet. Once again, I got a drain pan underneath the car. Hear that bearing roaring? Let's get one more light on the situation. It's kind of coming in kind of like that. That should be fine. All right, so I think this one's loose. Yes. Oh, let's see here. I know I got that one loose. I got that one just for seeing things a little bit more clearly. I'm going to take something else off here. I'm going to take the washer bottle out. And there we go. Let's see what I'm missing, because this may be harder than I'm anticipating, but I don't think so. Down underneath the bottom, the pulley does not come off of this. I'm just feeling around for the 10 mils. That one felt a little bit tighter than I like the way they feel, but it is coming out of there. Now I think I realize why they added to this, because you actually have to pull the timing cover. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things. Let's get these out of there, then we'll determine what's next. Look at that, would you? Just look at it. Let's let that run. The old red antifreeze out of it. And that worked out pretty good, actually. 2.5 hours? No, I don't think so. Maybe. An hour? I don't know, book time sometimes could be not give you enough, sometimes give you too much. And I think this bottom one might be longer. No, it's not. Here's one more right there that we need to get. I say right there like you can see it, but you can't. There's that one that was a little tough, but it came right out of there. All right, right there, that one. And looking at these, some of these are in difference in length. Try to get you a visual of it, sorry. Okay, so that was a shorter one. All the rest are longer bolts. Now, let's find our new part. Our new part happens to be right there, a 152-24-23 NPW new water pump. Comes with two new bolts. And rubber O-ring, two new bolts. All right, we got an O-ring right in here. You're still gonna have to clean that surface a little bit. Get yourself a little pick. Pick out your O-ring and get it out of there. After you've removed your O-ring, we're still going to clean up the gasket surface even though there's not a gasket there. Just to get some of the sludge and the crud off, and let's wash all this stuff out of here. There's just a little bit of antifreeze, what do you call it? Electrolysis, something like that. All right, so we're scraped off. After you do that, let's clean things up here a little bit. Let me get another can of our brake clean here. I got to kind of walk across the shop. Brake cleaner. Okay. Remember what I said on another video, use a can, use the whole can. I think also just don't like the feel of that belt, but it's okay. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Now, let's grab our new water pump. Let's get our new O-ring. But a little bit before we get into doing that, let's go around that little surface right here. See all that little bit of crud? It's not much, but why leave it? And give it any chances of seeping out some anything at all. Now what you can do, if you feel like your O-ring's not going to stay in there, you can put a little bit of axle grease on it. Maybe, I don't know what that might cause to the O-ring though. So, have done that before. O-ring does not want to fit. Pause for station identification. All right, we're back. O-ring's in there. Be careful. I thought I remembered the... Okay, we're going to be just like that. There we go. Holding pressure on the pump as so that that gasket does not come out of there. Let it sit there for a second. It's not going any place. Okay, so let's run some of these in there. A little bit. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. See that? Looks like it's sticking out a little bit further. That's where I think we got a difference in the length right there. Feeling for that one in the back. Remember that one was a little bit shorter too. And it was right. I say you can't see anything, so. Just feeling for it. There we go. There's one more in the very bottom right down there. All right, we got everything started. Now let's let the fun begin. Try to run these things in some more. Not all the way tight, because we're going to do that by hand. And if you're torquing these, you're going to want to torque these to about 80 inch-pounds. All right, so let's stop, get our torque wrench out. Very interesting. Messing with my torque wrench here a little bit. Okay, got it. All right, torque wrench is set. And let's just find a socket. Because this, even though it's an inch-pound torque wrench, it's still a 3/8 drive. Am I on 80 inch pounds right now? No, I'm not. But I will be on the next time around. Yeah. All right, set it to 80. All right, go back around again. And that's all of them. Turn the spring-loaded torque wrench down to its zeros back out. Take it off. And really all we've got left now is to put the alternator and put the belt back on. Let's take another look at this belt. And like I say, it does look good. I'm going to rinse it off with water because it has antifreeze in it. And I've noticed sometimes if you don't, I'll use a little Dawn. And get it all rinsed down. Of course, you got to put antifreeze in it and all those good things. Now, then I got that. It's nice that I don't remember the routing. I'm just making a guess on the routing right now. And I'm probably incorrect. So I am going to pause to go get the proper belt routing. All right, we're back live. I went ahead and put the alternator and set it on there, looked up our belt routing, and now that I've got it routed, let's press that tensioner back and get it on there. I wouldn't change directions on myself when I didn't need to. Now don't mistake the nut for the tensioner. For being the spot where you adjust the belt and pry it, because it isn't. There's a solid 19 millimeter bolt, or looks like a bolt, but it isn't, on the idler. I'm just checking to make sure my belt is en route and on every pulley, and it is. So I need to tighten up my alternator bolts. My bottom 14. Now that it's in there, check them with a ratchet. All right, we got to put our power on our alternator, our regulator plug back in. Little push tab for the wiring harness on the side. No, where'd that power wire go? You ever feel blind? That power wire should be like right here in front of my face. I just saw it a minute ago. You guys are probably laughing, saying, I know exactly where it's at. I see it. Well, I don't. Well, we'll pause for the hidden power wire for the alternator. Woohoo! Okay, I had it tucked over the front of the vehicle in the most simple spot. Now let's just get our washer bottle back in here. Plug our washer pump back in. There we go. All right, so we got that going on. Just camera. We're going right there. Cap looks good. We want the easy spill funnel. Find our adapters for that. Let's see here. Not going to be that one. Going to be that one right there. Now we just need to get some antifreeze. And that is red in color. So, let's go find some Toyota red. That wasn't the best seal, but anyway, that should be about it. Let's give this thing a start. See how we're doing. As soon as we hook that battery cable back up. Wow, that sounds a whole lot better. If you could have heard it before with the growling and everything. I don't know how the customer didn't hear that. So we just got to get it warmed up, the temperature, thermostat open, and put our radiator cap back on. But that's your 2000 Toyota Corolla 1.8 water pump job. Looking it over here a little bit. She looks good. Hey, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel. Say something nice, say something constructive, or don't say anything at all.